Good evening, folks. We are back with more Barotrauma. Joining me tonight, of course, is Mr. Tom.
Hello.
And Mr. Zeph.
Hello.
So it is the three of us tonight. Meow's not feeling great, so she's going to miss this week. But yes. So what adventures do we have planned for today, gents?
Well, you may notice we've got some more crew members. We've got Kenna, Bertram, and Shelley. Say hello.
I was going to say there's one, but that's Zeph.
That's the only gunner that you already know.
Yeah. Oh no, since Cuck Jack died, yes.
Poor man.
Poor Cuck Jack.
But yeah, today's missions so far are, I think one of them's a cargo mission just for the like rep, and the other, oh no, they're both cargo, and they're just for rep. That was it. We're going somewhere we don't really care about, and so we don't.
Should we reassign them? I mean, we got 3 gunners.
Yes. We got lots of gunners.
We got gunners.
Oh, you literally put one on the chain gun.
I didn't automatically put them on the chain gun. They must have found it themselves. Right.
You can't let them find it themselves.
You can go on the top gun.
Let's
you can go on the bottom gun.
Back a little bit so I'm not too deafening loud. There we go.
Hal, you're no longer a gunner.
Come. No, exactly.
We got better gunners.
Do you want them actually on?
Pup, do you want to start driving us?
Sure.
Okay, thanks. Alright, so I'm going to put the actual, like, gunners on guns. Hal can do some other stuff, I don't know. Where do we want the last gunner? Do we want the gunner on the chain gun?
Not really.
You probably want Zeph on the chain gun, because the chain gun's got the most valuable ammo.
No, the railgun has the most valuable ammo. But if I give him... Look, we'll put the other one on, like, fighting and other stuff.
Yeah, fighting, fixing leaks.
Fighting and firefighting.
But
They're both fighting. And you could also be a fighter, should the situation arise. What about
Don't forget to put some of them on the...
I need you on there, and that.
Yeah, exactly.
Pedro, the firefighter, you're also patching leaks today, because we don't have a meow.
Don't forget electrical systems as well.
It's a very good point. Mila can do the electricals.
Then you can put the other ones on the mechanical ones or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, shoot.
What?
Pedro, you are on fixing mechanicals. Right. Hal is on.
There's nothing on the radar.
Technically, you could put Hal also on, because that one Hal is not on a gun. He's only fighting intruders, so you could put him like on fire extinguishing and mechanical stuff as well.
Yeah.
So they all have 3 jobs, at least those 3. Yeah.
Oh, we've got one of those weird current things coming up.
It's
It's a blue one, not a red one. Oh, someone come behind 5 o'clock. Sorry, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
Oh, I see them. Cannot hit them though.
I'll try and shunk downwards so they stay above us.
There's one at least.
What are they?
Oh, those swimmy things with the collars. The weird like...
Swimmy? They're all swimmy things. They're under the sea.
Yeah, not sure how I can explain it.
Going through the weird... Oh, not the weird blue stuff stopped. Our 2 friends are still following us though.
Yeah. No. Ow.
You're right there.
I'm bleeding. Great. Let me check if I have I'll grab myself a bandage.
Still one following us.
Yeah, trying to shoot that one. Was following us.
There's weird blue shinies all around rather than a current.
Hmm. Where'd I put my diving mask? Mao indeed.
Yep.
Eh,
Whoa, 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 whoa. Is that passable? No, 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 don't go that way. Don't go that way. Is that
Trying to keep an eye
passable?
on the ballast tanks.
I don't know if that way is passable. I might try and go around the longer way to be sure. Otherwise, we're going to end up getting stuck in a small tunnel again.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Can't have that.
Remember, you have the auxiliary engine should you need it.
Yeah.
Where is Mila? And what is she trying to fix?
We're in some more of the blue undercurrent.
There she is.
Lost the blue undercurrent.
I went from bleeding to blood loss. What do I need to do with that one?
The
Being
blood
shunted into
bags.
this thing.
Blood
from
bags,
the-
okay.
Okay.
Blood bag, let me check.
Something very shiny coming towards us. 3 o'clock.
Bone Thrusher.
It's currently seeming to attack the drone. Well, the front of the drone, anyway.
I think I'm good now. Yeah.
Can't see it. Like rupturing anything, or but it's probably down there. I can definitely hear it though.
Is it in the front?
Do you want to try and get rid of it before I dock us?
Oh, watch out, there's oh,
Nah.
it's docking, okay.
Just dock.
Trying to.
We have so many bags, duffel bags at the base of these stairs.
Oh, they're useful for when we do,
I know, but it's just like, how many times have we died?
I'm hearing it, but I'm not seeing it.
I think it's...
What?
Why is there a chemical crate here?
did we
With-
buy any new chemicals?
With 10 eggs?
That might be what we're transporting.
Oh, yes.
Don't open the package, Tom! This boy is very hyper.
Which boy is this?
It is the loud boy. He's
The
very
loud
hyper.
boy.
I'm not sure why he's so hyper. He's just very hyper today.
I'm hearing it, but I'm not seeing the thing.
I think it might be wedged between them.
I'm waiting for this to be close enough to dock, even though we've...
Yeah.
Oh. Someone is seeing something.
Yeah, that's me. I can like
Oh.
just see its tail.
Really?
It's like jammed
What's-
between... It's like jammed between the sub and
There
the
we go.
drone.
Docked.
Oh, nice. Didn't matter anyway.
Okay.
Love.
Okay, reactor off, I guess, and then I'll start
Yep.
crafting some
Some
ammunition.
stuff. Any particular ammunition you're in need of that I should be looking to buy?
You've been disconnected from server.
Oh, goddammit.
I'm
One of
not
those
this
nights
time.
again, isn't it?
No, it's just you, mate.
It's just
We're all
me.
fine.
For fuck's sake.
Shall I return to lobby anyway?
Yeah, if you could.
Yeah.
I will rejoin.
Alright. I'll see if you can rejoin manually. Otherwise...
A round
Oh,
is
apparently-
already running, but you can spectate the game while waiting for a respawn shuttle or a new round.
Okay.
Now then you need to go into the menu.
Yeah, let's go to lobby. And then back in. Having a dedicated crew member for the reactor might not be such a bad idea. Especially since we've got a handful of people who, for lack of a better word, suck. I'm looking at you, Hal and Pedro.
Have you got back into the game yet?
I'm waiting for you to ready up.
Oh, sorry, I thought I was ready.
Oh, you might have been ready, but the game, your
Ah.
game wasn't. So yeah, I'm wondering if I should maybe take Mila off reactor duties, especially since she's at level cap for electrical,
Yeah.
and make her do electrical repairs and get Hal or Pedro to do.
Wouldn't they fuck up is the question though.
I mean, they kind of already do anyway, so I don't think it makes.
Yeah, but They
What
already-
difference does it make?
well, they are playing with a reactor this time. Oh, getting grabbed here.
It's healing you.
Okay, power's off. Good. Yeah, let's do that. Mila, forget about powering the reactor.
Why is there?
And you.
What's this?
Hal.
Two.
Just- Okay, Hal, I don't want you doing any of that stuff. I want you to turn on the reactor. And... I don't know, something else secondary? Sure, repair some mechanical stuff if you have the time. Because Mila is, despite being mechanical engineer by trade, she's a level up 100 electrician.
Yeah.
Which is, frankly, I think the XP system needs a bit of balancing because Helm and electrical can go up like nothing else. Medical, weapons, and mechanical are all really slow. But electrical, woo! Alright, so she can do the electrical repairs and plug leaks. Pedro is on fires, leaks, and mechanical, and Hal is our new reactorman and mechanical if he ever gets the time, which he won't. Because manning the reactor is a full-time job.
Yeah.
Ow.
Okay. Filling up the railgun.
Tool belts, that's explosives. More tool belts.
No. Canister. Recycle. Let's.
I think we sold all the nonsense, didn't we?
To find the
Yeah. I haven't seen any enormous amount of ammunition boxes lying around.
Right. Oh, what is this place? Wow. Very fancy. I like it. big is this?
Is there a way of searching by what it needs to make it?
Don't think so, no. There's a research containment tank here. It's interactable, but I don't know how. I'm clicking on it and nothing's happening. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Cool. You are the buyer. The buyer. Hello there.
Hello there. Just want to see if I
Research.
can use this ethanol for anything, because we've got a lot of it.
Well, we know what ethanol's used for. Cleaning the ship. Someone thinks it's beneath them.
What roles can you put people actually on? Where can I see that?
All sorts.
Come on.
If you middle click on their name, it'll tell you. Where's pumps? I'm sure there were pumps down there. Oh, yeah, there we go. Faster. Alright, what do I want? Do I want them to be... I might upgrade these blooming pumps, because I'm getting kind of sick of them breaking down.
Yeah.
Let me have a look around first, see what else is on this station.
Oh. Oh, sorry. Oh, you need to turn it off. I think one of the NPCs is gonna turn it on now.
No, I don't think so.
No? Because Hal said got it.
Oh, maybe.
Whoops.
Alright. There are 4 electricians, 4 mechanics, and a doctor. Do we want any of them?
What do you have?
We've got 4 electricians, 4 mechanics, and a doctor.
No doctor, I think, because they would just use up all the stuff all the time.
Yep.
Well, you were... Hang on,
I'm an
what were you-
electrician. Well, engineer it says, but electrician.
Yeah,
whatever.
electrician. Meow was...
Mechanic.
mechanic.
You're a gunner. We've got a doctor. We don't have a helmsman, but we don't trust them to steer anyway, so...
Yeah, I think the only times I ever had an AI there, they've just crashed all the time.
How many do we normally use on this ship, by the way?
Don't know, it depends how often they bug out.
Yeah, good point, but...
We could tell Hal to take a hike and get someone else in.
Just to have a better mechanical one.
Yeah, someone else who's good at mechanics as well,
Yeah.
because
Was...
that takes a long time to level. That's the thing, right? So it's much easier to get a mechanic and then train the mechanic to do electrical engineering than it is to get an electrical engineer in and train them to be a mechanic as well.
Yeah, because Pedro is 54 in mechanical and 22 in electrical, and Hal is 30. Oh, jeez. He's better in weapons than everything else.
I think it's because he was the guy we just slapped on one of the coil guns and was just like, you do that.
Yeah. I would say, yeah, toss Hal then, yeah.
How do you plant? How do you plant?
You have to remove the plant pot from the wall and then hold it in one hand and hold a seed in the other hand and then double click the seed and it will plant it in that plant pot. And sometimes the texture will bug out and it won't glow, but it should glow, sort of like a purpley colour. And then you place it and then you water it and fertilize it. Alright, we're going to keep Pedro just because he's got reasonable mechanical engineering and he's a laugh.
He's a laugh. That's
Well,
a good
yeah.
way of putting it.
He gets in the way all the time, and
He
I find
does.
it amusing. But yeah, Hal, you're off the ship. But
I wouldn't sack Hal.
yeah, what else is he gonna do?
Keep him around. He might just be useful just to wander around.
No, he won't.
Send them off to explore a vessel.
Yeah, send him off to explore a vessel. He'll last long like that. No, I think it's better that he retires while he still has his life. I don't, otherwise he's probably gonna die.
So I have
But
a plan.
don't tell the other crew members I said that.
I have a planter box in one hand, a raptor bane seed in the other. How do I combine the two?
Double click on the Raptor Bane seed.
It just drops out of my hand.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe hold the plant pot in one hand and nothing in the other hand, and then double click the seed, maybe.
It just puts it in my hand.
Oh, double click.
Yeah.
One steel bar.
Not sure then.
I'll try it doing one seed and see if that makes a difference. No, it doesn't.
Alright, I won't fire Hal, but we don't need another mechanic just yet, because between Pedro and Mila we got enough. Hal, we really don't need Hal to do anything at the moment. We don't need another mechanic, because Pedro is...
Well, Hal can be designated firefighter for the moment, and then he can just fill in whenever anyone dies, because they're gonna die.
Oh, he's on the reactor at the moment, isn't he? That's what I set him to.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's gonna pick up some electrical engineering for us. Alright, there's nothing really interesting up here. And we don't have anything to sell because we haven't been on any missions. So yeah.
Did we
Right.
had any component ends made?
What, sorry?
Did we have any component ends made?
Compound N.
Compound end, yeah.
I
I
think
don't think
two, and then did we not
didn't
give
make
them two last
much.
week?
Yeah, I'm seeing one of the. Oh, hang on, one in the box, and one in the canister. Yeah.
Alright. If we go, let's go south. There's a personnel transport and a hammerhead. Fighting mission. Alright. But first, let's finish up doing our stuff.
How do you water things?
Hold right click and then left click.
How do you know if it's watered? Because I got this one to eventually plant. But
Well, you hold it with your right click and then you press left click. And I think it's halfway in the ground, but whatever. I'm sure it's fine. If it doesn't say watering, it's probably fine.
okay.
You can also try and fertilize it with some fertilizer.
I've already put some fertilizer onto it. That's why the one in here has got like 50% out of it because I used that one.
Where?
One
Oh,
in this
right.
box.
In the box, I think.
Yeah. I couldn't get any other of the planter boxes to take, so that's why I only made one. So.
Yeah.
Tom, can you see how many harpoons we have on the ship?
Yeah. I've told him to power up the reactor, but he won't actually do it until we depart.
Okay.
Because the AI are sort of like in a forced idle state between rounds,
Okay, yeah.
which is quite
Before
convenient
I forget, I
actually.
reloaded your revolvers that were in your box because we needed to. I found a couple more I needed to put in there.
All right. Harpoon. We have 32 somewhere around the ship.
32, okay.
Does
Then
that
we have
include
like-
ones
enough.
that will be loaded into guns?
No
Yeah,
idea where, but they're around somewhere.
$32, that makes sense, I think. None here.
Well, there's 6 on the 2 of these, so that's 12. And 2 in this one, so that's 14 from the ones in the bottom cabinet.
14, okay, and I believe there is...
I've
What?
got 6 on me as well.
Let me check. It's an empty one here. Nothing here. Empty one here. Should be somewhere.
Any in your secure steel cabinet?
No. From what? Hang on, I'll double check. Stone baton, steam cannon, daggers, detonators. Nope. Alright, this over here. Oh, maybe the NPCs have a couple.
Oh yeah, actually, it's
Oh, hang
possible.
on.
It's possible the new security officers start with a harpoon gun.
Oh, hang on. You got 6 plus 6 plus 2 over here, down here. That's 14. I got a full one on me. It's 20. You had a full one on you. That is
26.
26. Do you have one on you, Popsky?
Nope.
Then it should
No,
be
he
some.
I
prefers to
only have
just
a
dive in with a plasma cutter.
Yeah, I have a scooter, a crowbar, a welding tool, and a plasma cutter. That's all I have.
Yeah, I think one of the NPCs must have some on them then. Or it's scattered. Maybe it's scattered out in one of the supply cabinets. It's also a
I'm just
possibility
checking
because
them
it's
all,
literally
running around,
exactly
but-
6. Why is there an empty canister?
Did you have a look in the upstairs?
Yeah, I checked them. No, still not seeing any in any of these. I'm not sure why there's just an oxygen tank that's lying on the floor here.
Yeah, I found one as well earlier.
Honestly, Zeph,
What?
I'm not your mother, but clean your room sometimes.
What?
I mean, there's bloodstains on the walls. There's sea scum everywhere.
It's
filthy.
Mum.
Be glad it's only bloodstains.
Okay. I'm literally disinfecting it with a pure alcohol solution. So,
Right, I think that's
Alcohol solution. Should have put a flame onto it or something. Gone.
we do
That might
have
disinfect.
We do have flamers somewhere, if you want
Yeah.
to use them.
We have one
No.
flamer and it's in the drone's box. Drone room
They'll
box.
probably make a bit of damage though.
Yeah, the one flamer's in the drone room box. Right. I take it we're good then?
As far as I'm aware.
Alright. Shall we go on to the next one then?
Yep. Next one is fighting a hammerhead and personnel transport. So there'll be a bunch of people wandering around.
Just falling over as we get hit by the hammerhead. Yep.
Probably,
Too
yeah.
bad we cannot send them like to the crew quarters and stay there, so they don't be
Yeah.
annoyed.
They strap them down to the bunks or something, you know, so they don't
Yeah, something useful.
get smacked about in the hammerhead attacks. When hammerheads attack. And that'll be seven grand, which we'll probably just pump into upgrades again.
Am I going to DC this time?
Probably.
Probably.
It's still loading for me, at least.
Yeah, still loading for me as well.
And me.
I'm worried about hitting the close to missions one, which sometimes
Nope.
makes it like close faster.
You're both being kicked.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. We will be going. It's becoming a common bug, this.
I wonder
I
if
mean,
there's
we
like a
haven't had-
bug report button or something.
Yeah, I mean, how many weeks have we played this so far? And it's only started happening recently.
Yeah. But recently they did put the patch in for the new
Oh, what, the prep patch?
the prep patch for the one for you can like have more faces and costumes and stuff. So maybe it goes hand in hand with that one.
That's spooky.
Loading.
Alrighty then. Personnel transport. Killing a hammerhead. Yeah. You're both it. Good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you want me to drive or do you want to drive?
I don't mind really. I can drive if you want.
Yeah, if you want to do it this time. What's your
99.
Oh, so you're nearly at cap then.
Yeah.
I'm
Speaking
on
of cap.
87.
Look at me. I'm the captain now. Can I have a bit of a heal while
Yes, just give me
While
2
I
seconds
steer.
just to quickly take my meds, and then I will come heal you.
Alright, so hammerhead. I think Ken has gone a bit loopy.
Why?
Talking about dancing.
For the thing beyond the curtain? Do you not believe in the thing beyond the curtain, Tom?
I don't need to believe in something that I have seen. Come on now.
That's very true.
He peeped behind the curtain, apparently.
Oof. Got jammed in the door. That's painful. Oh.
Oh, that does look painful.
Curious what all the names are. Ow. Ow. Now I'm trapped in the door.
Yeah, they keep shutting doors on you. Randall Hardy. Damn it, Randall. Why is my plants not growing anything either?
That looks like it's a hammerhead.
Oh. What's what side?
On the other side of what the heck?
that's
The
the
orange
orange
stuff
shit
is
again.
back. Like 3 o'clock?
Oh, hang on. Orange stuff
No.
is back.
5 o'clock. 6 o'clock.
Oh,
It's right below us. Either you chased it away or it's dead.
no, it swam away. I think.
It's sinking very fast.
Are we
If-
sinking fast?
No.
Oh yeah. We need repairs in the bottom. I see. At least. Oh, we are crashing onto something on the right side. I think.
Yeah,
passing
because
by it?
we got a big leak.
Yeah, try to like park or something. Oh, we're hitting something right now. Ink.
Oh! Yeah, that's the sea floor. We've sunk. The enemy is 3 o'clock. It may come back, so kick one of the AI off the coil gun and get ready.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can help downstairs.
As far as I can tell, there's nothing on the pump yet from the going through the orange ship.
A watcher, whatever that is.
Yeah. He. Not sure what he's doing now, but he is like. Is he dead? Oh. He's
Is he dead?
not sure, but he is. He's stationary. He's not. He's on the rock face over there. Oh, he is a bit jittery, but. Oh, why are we moving?
Why is it so wet down here?
Have you put the ship on stationary?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I'll keeping an eye on this thing. I think I killed it. Can we get stuff from it, by the way?
Good question.
Because
I'll go
I
check.
have a view on them, and
Do you want to have a go and look?
Yeah, I'll go look, it's fine.
Where is it, by the way?
like 4 o'clock, right outside the ship. So it's not that far.
Straight down.
Yeah, and then 4 o'clock. So right.
You see me at the moment?
Yeah. Do you see it?
Oh yeah, it's a little big.
4 o'clock.
Is
Oh
it
yeah, I
that?
see it.
It is that, right?
What button is it to? Is it just G to grab?
Yeah, but you've got to be quite near the center of the large animals.
Oh, he is definitely in the center. Right. Watcher. Oh yeah, watcher. At least it's dead. That's a good thing.
Hmm.
No, I can't seem to make it.
Maybe it didn't have anything on it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Finally grabbed it. It has nothing on it.
No.
It's a ugly looking thing, then, isn't it? Like one big.
It's pretty fucking big, yes.
Yeah, tentacles, one
Like
big
what?
eye.
A third of the size of the ship, maybe?
Well, if you want to come and look, just come jump on the gun over here.
Oh yeah.
Where?
Which one? Top or bottom?
Top right corner where I'm sitting on now.
Oh right.
Well, as I said, there's nothing on there, so I'll come back inside.
Just
So
let me
look.
know, wait. Go have a big.
Wowie. That is pretty big.
Yeah, it's like tentacles underneath, a big head, one eye, spikes on the like on top of the head.
Blimey,
It was pretty much spiking the bottom of the ship.
It's very green, isn't it, out there?
Yeah.
Yeah. The green stuff is like puffs of like.
No, just I mean the
It's like-
light is quite green.
Okay, but when you shoot it, it also emits like little puffs of green substance, like what you have with squids and such.
Ah, nice. Alright, should we move on?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because Let's have a look what's this way.
I still have enough ammunition.
Supposedly the hammerhead is this way.
How far is this way?
500 meters, 3 o'clock.
Mm,
In theory, anyway.
Two small things at like 4 o'clock.
in theory, I'm gonna bump off the...
The AI could probably take him out in theory.
Oh, Shelly's already shooting. I'll wait. Running back. Ow, I just hit myself in the door with... in the face with the door.
I've got a bad feeling. Do
Oh.
you want to man the chain gun? And
Yeah,
see
on
where...
it. Okay, I
Don't
got
know.
the smaller one. I saw another smaller one swim over there, but
Oh, it's run away. You're safe.
yeah, well, run away. You were faster than those little creatures.
Yeah. Alright, the hammerhead is at the top. Above us. It's currently about, what, 2 o'clock maybe? But I'm going to see if I can get underneath it so it's in a good position for the railgun.
Component end time.
Yes.
Then I need to have it on the top so I can use the component and.
Yep.
The
Okay,
Something
it's
big coming, here it comes.
okay.
Oof.
Alright, it is
not seeing
above
it
us currently, quite
You need
far.
Yeah, you need to go up a bit more.
Yeah. I'll try and give you a heading. Still 12-ish. 11.
Make sure it's on the top so I can shoot the explosives.
Directly
Oh,
above,
dead
directly
ahead.
above.
Dead ahead. Directly above. See
Okay.
it?
Oh, yeah. But I cannot shoot it if it's that close. Missed. Damn it. Where is it now?
Directly above, more or less. Uh oh. Hurry up, Hal. I don't want to die.
Coming.
Yeah, above us. Oh! Wow, what a shot.
Directly in the kisser.
Think you can indeed say pow.
Can someone check the ballast tanks? I've got.
I'll check them. There's no
I can
enemies
see a
at the
fin
moment.
hanging through the top of the ship.
Oh, ow. Thank
Do
you.
you want me to stop it and someone can grab the loot?
Yeah, sure. I'll go sit up.
Come.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Let me know when you're ready.
You just gonna stay where we are?
I'm trying to autopilot, but we're in a current, so.
Oh, hang on.
Okay, got my score.
Okay. It's, yeah, directly above, on top of us.
Oh, there's
I just noticed something.
Smaller one. Just they just tried to get me as I opened the door.
Zeph, go on.
I noticed that when you pick up something that you need your hands for,
Hmm.
and you try to use your flashlight, you put the flashlight in your mouth.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
There is nothing on the spineling.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Something shooting. Oh,
No, spinelings, there's nothing on them. But they will kill you,
wait
so.
till this one stops firing before I go around it.
I see something dying over
Yeah,
there.
alien blood and a swim bladder.
Nice, they're quite useful swim bladders. They deconstruct into
That's
something
what it
useful.
does well.
Is that the only thing worth looting out here?
Yep.
Okay. Coming back in that.
And
There's a leak near the ballast.
uh-oh.
I'm back on the ship.
Okay, I'm gonna take us away. The sooner we dock, the sooner, the happier I'll be.
Do you want me to deconstruct the swim bladder when we get to thing then?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll put it in the deconstructor now and I'll hit active and spoof done.
Copy that.
14%. Hey, hang on. Oh, there we go. I was still like, where did my extra ammunition box went? Well, because the jitter it was flying across the room.
Yeah.
Why is there a duffel bag at the side there?
What?
Why is there a duffel bag with your name on it on the side by the engine?
No idea.
Probably because at some
I think,
point he died.
yeah,
there.
at some point someone grabbed the duffel bag because they needed it. And I've died a couple
I'll
times,
take
so
it
it
back
says
over
in
to
my
the
name.
other side then.
Yeah, you can just use them. Can't get to the leak near the ballast. Okay. Ow.
Why is Mila hiding in the drone? Mila, why are you in the drone?
She's trying to get to the ballast tank, probably in the drone.
The ballast tank that's on the other side of the ship.
No, there's a small ballast tank in the drone.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, but we're pretty much not using that one, I think, right?
Yeah, it's only really used when the drone is being used.
We're nearly revered with the Church of the Honk Mother.
Oh,
Dear God, I wasn't DC'd this time.
Where? Okay.
I can hear water somewhere.
Well, we're playing.
It does bother me that if I glitch and fall, I can break my leg, then rubber band up to the top again. That does annoy me.
Canister requires lead.
That railgun shot to the hammerhead. Chef's kiss. Beautiful. I didn't see it, but I saw the impact on the sonar.
Yeah, I saw it. Sorry, I hit it like I would guess like at the ass. Like I almost thought I was gonna miss it. Because yeah, where does the body end, and where can you still hit like the tail of it?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Alright, that's giving it a bit of a once-over with the welding gun. Alright, let's have a quick look-see at what they've got for sale.
Oh, good point, yeah. Hang on, is it also like standard stuff that can be on sale, or is it only upgrades for the ship?
I don't know.
Because there was one of the items that, hang on, I think it was in the medical bay that we were like lacking a bit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it was the one that we needed for Compound N, you mean?
Yeah.
It was sodium, potassium, one of those two?
I thought we had quite a lot of that.
No, there's one we had none of for some reason.
Potassium or sulfuric acid? Let me see. Potassium.
Sulfuric acid, I don't think. Maybe it is. Alright, hello there, monsieur.
No.
Give me all of your quests. Shipment, personnel transport. That's it? Just 2 quests? Okay, fine. That'll do, I suppose.
Sulfuric acid, we have 15. It's the potassium that we're lacking.
Potassium. Go.
Potassium. Not sure how we get that one, but at least it's not something that I can craft from the medical.
Take that, trash can.
You stealing from trash cans again?
No. What do you mean again? No, it's some Jovian separatists were putting some of their art on a poor, unsuspecting trash can, so I helped them out. That's why I said, take that trash can.
Let's see.
We have 77 revolver rounds, apparently. That's quite a lot.
Yes, we have like 6 fully loaded revolvers.
To be fair, we haven't really been using revolvers that much.
This is very true. Also, they are buying battery cells for like a 40% increase.
We have a lot of battery cells you can sell then.
Yes, the regular ones, which we do not ever use.
Which ones are those?
Uh,
The one for the flashlight and such.
We have 48 of them in the storage box in the basement.
There's apparently 100 of them on the ship in various places.
Yeah, I got 3 on them, I think.
No, they're probably going to be in random things like all the flashlights and stuff. So.
Yeah, flashlights. There might be some in the like the recharging drives and such.
Oh yeah.
But it's also easy when you're at a wreckage to collect them because you can literally stack them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I just pick up.
Honestly, you can sell them for 93 marks, at a basic rate, and
Do you want me to
even
bring you the bag of them up, or are you here already? That's fine.
I'll take it.
Might as well just sell all of them then.
Which bag is it?
Top corner.
Top corner. Yeah. No, I'll happily sell all of them because we've got them in bucket. I mean, they're pretty good to. I always pick them up anyway because they're pretty good to sell normally, let alone when they need. They're paying extra for them. I mean, 93 to 140. That's like almost plus 50%, isn't it?
Yeah. Depends how much money he's got.
That's a very good point. 50 times 140. What is that? 50 times 140?
50 times 140 is 5,000.
50,000.
5,000 plus another 2,000. No.
He's not going to have enough money. They only have 5,000.
Yeah, so 5,000 would be selling 100. No. 5,000 would be selling 100 of them.
7,000.
7,000, yeah, sorry, because they're going for 100 each. Yeah, sorry. My maths was good and then went terrible very quickly.
Yeah, same for me. Eventually, fuck it, I'll grab the calculator.
48 battery cells sell for 6,720.
Not bad.
No, it's not. But he can't afford all that, so I'd have to buy some stuff.
Let's go up, have a look and see what he actually has.
Let's buy a fire extinguisher.
Did we? Oh, I think didn't we have like one missing still? No, we hadn't.
It's the sort of shopping trolley, yeah.
The shopping trolley.
The guy that does all the sales stuff, yeah.
Yes.
That's fine. I'm just gonna come over and see what he actually has.
Apparently, you've got 12 crowbars somewhere on the ship.
Oh yeah, we've got a whole bag full of them.
And a load of flares and glow sticks as well, by the look.
There's one in the supply cabinet. I got one on me always, in case I need to crowbar open door in a wreckage. I mean, why not?
8 harpoon guns. Probably do with a few. And 222 oxygen tanks.
Yes, we've got loads of those.
You might want to sell a couple of those as well.
But the thing is, right, the merchants don't have enough money to buy all this junk.
Unless we buy a bunch of their.
Well, sell some of them then.
Alright, I tell you.
And then we need to make sure that we, as the next merchant, do the same thing again.
I'll buy all of the explosives. How's that? Hopefully he's got...
What kind of explosives are we talking about?
I don't know. He's got 2 UEX.
Yeah, sure. I mean, if you can find some potassium, that's also fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Because now we're calling potassium and what was the other one again? Sulfuric acid. If you can get those two, then we can craft.
Because we've basically got like more batteries to sell in exchange for them, buy the 4 opium he's got. Because that's one of the things we are beginning to run out of, is opium.
Fair enough.
How are we doing in terms of fuel consumption?
Oh, that's a very good point.
Because
I
then
haven't
you can
checked.
literally buy a couple of those things.
He doesn't have any
Fuel rods.
materials. Like no fuel rods, no thorium or uranium ore, and no potassium.
I mean, if you really wanted, you could always buy the steel bars, but don't really
I
need
think we've
much
got-
of them anymore.
We have 50 or something of them.
Yeah.
We could use some more lead maybe. We have like 20 or so, and I'm literally using them.
Yeah, he
for
doesn't sell
each.
lead. We'd need to visit a mining outpost for that.
Ah, okay.
All right, I'll buy a few of the things.
I'm just looking through to see if there's actually anything else of use. So I've done the first pass, the second pass now, so nothing's immediately leaping out, but I'm just double checking. I mean, you could buy pet food in case the the orange boy comes back.
There we go. Now I'm going to sell as many batteries as I can. Now that he's got a bit more money to play with. Right, I can sell 41 of the batteries.
That's good enough.
Okay,
That'll do.
let me just have a finish my glance through this. I don't think there'll be anything coming out, but I mean, you can
Yeah,
buy
so
another.
now the thing is, right,
You could buy another depth charge shell.
the less money he has, the less money he gives you in exchange for things.
Okay.
Sell the worth of it goes down. So it drops down to below 50%. When he's below 50% of his money, he pays like 75% of its worth, and below like a quarter, he sells it for only 20% of its worth. He buys it for only 20% of its worth. However, if you do it all in one go, he pays the full amount. So,
because it's one transaction.
yes.
Nice.
So that's the way to squeeze them a bit better.
The only thing at all you might want is the last depth charge shell.
I think we've got quite a few
We've got
knocking
two
around
of them
the bottom
according
of the
to
ship.
his list.
Upgrades. What do I want to upgrade now? Monitors, maybe? No, let's go enhanced durability, make them last a bit longer.
Yep.
The engine, that'll be fine. The batteries, the super caps actually. Pumps.
Okay, this is an empty one.
Whatever. I don't really have enough money for it. Save it up.
Well, we'll save up and get it next time then.
Yeah. The big limiter for money is how much they have on them. Like, you really do have to go back and forth a lot if you want to. But yeah, if we grab a load of batteries every time we like there's six headsets here, for instance, that have all got regular batteries in.
How many gold gun ammo boxes do we have? Can you see that? Because I just found another empty one. I'm just checking around.
We have 6 somewhere on the ship.
6 full ones, or?
I don't know. The merchant says we have 6, and that's all the information he's given.
Okay. I'll check it out further then. Oh, this one is almost empty as well. That one is almost empty. 9%. This is 26%. Can I combine those two?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
Let me check quickly.
The answer is maybe.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah, like if you see something that has a battery in it that probably doesn't need to have a battery in it, just take it out, stick it in one of the charging docks or the thing downstairs,
Yeah.
and I'll sell them every so often. By every so often I mean when I remember.
Okay, so we got 2 almost empty ones, 2 full ones over here that are normal ammunition. That's 4 boxes. Two normal ones. Viscorium one, piercing one, and then we have 3 in the fabricator that were empty. I was gonna check if I can actually fill those. This is a full one. Chain gun. Full.
Hey Sharona, how's it going?
Piercing requires steel bar and titanium aluminum alloy. Isorian ammunition box recycle.
What I like about having the
Do we have
suit things powered is that if you drag a half-empty oxygen tank onto a suit in its thing, it will then
Swap out
like
the-
refill it.
yeah.
And and so you don't have to fiddle about with the oxygen generator. You can just go downstairs and plug it in.
I mean, you're now in the ship somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. At what location do you need to be to check what we have on the ship?
At the traders probably.
Oh, as a trader itself, okay.
Yeah, he
I'm
tells
wondering-
you how much.
Yeah. I'm wondering if we still have some Viscorium bars with like the
We
honeycomb
should
kind of
do.
thingamajig.
If we do, they should be in the bottom row of the sort of storage box in the engine room.
Yeah, what he said.
Okay, let's check that one.
I think it's either the first one or the third or fourth one. You'll see it's one with all the other bars in it.
Viscorium bar, 3 Viscorium bars. So we can still create the Viscorium ammunition boxes or refill them.
Cool.
I think I'm gonna refill one at least now. Where was it? There. And steel bar.
I suppose you know how you're saying how you wish you could add things to the ship.
Yeah.
Well, I guess in theory you can. because you can like edit the ships in like the ship editor thingamajiggy. I mean, yeah, it's a ball lake, but it is technically possible. Oh, wait, flame? I thought that was a welding gun.
Well,
Glad
technically it is, but
Glad I checked before I used it.
Oh. Never mind me.
You're
did you
right.
just plummet to the ground, Zeph?
Yeah.
Is your back giving out?
Well, it looked like it.
Oof.
Let's see. Blunt force trauma.
Oh,
It's only
who's thrown up
5%.
all over the wall here? Come on, guys. Oh, there's two empty ammunition boxes in the fabricator ready to be refilled.
Yeah, I saw that, but we don't have any slots to put them.
Oh, right, okay.
Alright.
So at the moment, as soon as 1 or 2 are empty again, I'm chucking them in and I see that there are more, and then I'll create more. So I know there's a little overlap.
Mm-mm.
Pretty much like I'm not wanna put more than 2 in, so I can still like craft other stuff. So as soon as I'm dragging one over there, I'll create one and immediately put one back where it has to go.
Yep.
For example, I just did one of the Fusiliums once.
I forgot to sell all these bloody components, didn't I? Oh no, these are the useful components. Never mind. Scratch that. Ignore me. Alright, fuel-wise, we've got plenty of fuel,
Good.
but we did forget to turn off the power plant.
Is there a reason why the door is closed? Oh, because we're not at the things, right?
What?
I'm wondering why the door is closed to the submarine half.
Oh, yeah, I just closed it as on my way past. Because, good practice. You know, what if we need to detach the drone at a moment's notice?
But isn't there a gunner in that location?
No. The
Oh
gunner
no,
is...
hang on.
The gunner
floor
isn't
up.
there. That's where the gun is. But the gunner is a bit higher up, yeah.
Gunner's in the top room, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, top one and the back one over here. Yeah. But hang on, he has to refill it though.
Yeah. But if the drone's away somewhere, then he just has to wait.
If you see any, I forgot which one they are. There's one types of eggs. If you see them, get them because we can use them to make more husk parasite thing, and we don't have that much of it.
Okay.
It's probably
What's
good.
this?
The calaxinide, which is the one that deals with husk parasites.
Oh yeah.
So if you see any Felon Seps Calyx eggs. If you see any of them, just pick them up because we can turn them into calaxide, which is the whole parasite one.
Oh yeah.
Because it's useful to have a
Fighting
chunk
fire
of that.
with fire, I guess.
Yes, it's good to have a chunk of that so that we can always deal with it if we do get parasited.
Yeah, it'll happen sooner or later.
Yeah. Anyway, we good to find somewhere new?
Yeah, I'm just cleaning the ship. Zeph, you all good?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Is your storage container full of SMG mags completely now, Zeph?
What?
Is the storage container full of SMG mags that you have a tool belt full of SMG mags as well? That's a lot of SMG mags.
Okay, the plan is we are going south. We are taking a chemical shipment, which, I'll be honest, we don't care about. There's a beacon on the way, and we will then get to a really nice central location that could take us to a lot of different places, which is really quite nice. So I'm taking us down there.
So
Okay?
what 2 missions are we doing?
It's a single chemical shipment mission. which we will be promptly ignoring because, you know, shipment missions, so they're bugged. But there is a beacon on the way, so we can do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, cheers for that, Oblivious Pappy. We will see if we can find them as well. Yeah, we're just trying to clear out a lot of the stuff. We've realised we had like 3 different places we've been keeping stuff, so trying to keep it all in the same place now. Is it gonna DC us again, Tom?
Probably will.
It's gone quiet. That's never a good sign.
Still says wait.
Yep. Oh.
At least it seems better about not DCing us when we get to an outpost.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
You have been disconnected.
Yep.
Both.
Thought as much.
Both of you, yes.
We're doing it a lot.
Yeah.
Rejoin.
Server lobby. Oh no, Seth is back in.
No, I'm getting
Oh.
a message.
Spectating, aren't you? Yeah. We need to restart the round.
I have
Main
reconnected.
menu. Browse. Join. There we go.
You're both in.
Yep.
Let's boogie.
Luckily, it saves every time.
Yeah.
It saves as the round begins, and because it's server side rather than client side. That's good. I wonder if that's maybe why. It's because it's saving. It's my laptop can't keep up with it, and it just chugs. Oh well.
One of these days I'm going to send you that cooling thing. I don't care even if you use it, just
I don't
keep
think
school
that's the
cakes, I
problem.
don't care.
I don't think. I mean, yeah, it might help a bit, but I think the laptop itself is more of the problem. If I'm perfectly
Why is it
honest.
telling me there's a medical emergency upstairs?
Someone probably like tripped over again.
No, it's just I think it's just Pedro.
There's a lot of
It's just Pedro.
chemicals.
I'm not giving Pedro
That's a
drugs.
lot of chemicals. Alright.
Global hydrate.
Don't use that on me, thank you.
Sulfuric acid. Can't we use these? Probably not.
Alright, let's do the beacon and then let's...
You want to steer or do you want me to steer?
I'll stay.
Go. I'll go and deal with some of the stuff that's just arrived then. Is there anywhere you want these fire extinguishers?
Not particularly, no. Just somewhere around.
Do we... Yeah, I think most of them on the walls are already taken. Maybe put like an extra one in like the locations where you expect a fire.
One near the reactor, one near the plants, I guess, and one... I don't know, wherever.
No, I've put one in the supply cabinet down here, I'll put the other one in somewhere else.
Yeah.
Where do you want your explosive stuff, Zeph? Is it the box at the top for it?
Yeah, the explosive box at the top. Let me check if it actually is. It's not full yet.
Go.
I'm not sure how much has been bought, but
Just the 2 UEX. They're stacking on top of each other at the moment, so it'll be fine.
yeah, that should fit.
That's the wrong one. Opium goes there.
I actually should check what of the explosives can actually stack inside the containers. In these things.
So you said you want one of the fire extinguishers in the reactor?
Yeah, probably.
Alright, it's in the little storage cabinet next to the one below. Oh, there's one in the fuel rods box anyway.
Yeah, I know, but better safe than sorry. I'll be honest.
And there's
I was
one
just looking for an
downstairs.
excuse to buy things.
There's 3 in this reactor room.
Yes, it's the nuclear reactor room. That's why there's 3 in there.
I see.
Uh-oh.
What?
We may have spores incoming.
Oh joy.
Someone go and check the ballast tank.
Do you want
Because
to do it, Zeph, or do you want me to do it?
we're in the middle of a cloud of them right now.
Oh no.
And although I'm trying not to pump water in, it may happen.
Did you? No, you don't.
Alright,
Nothing on
autopilot.
this side.
I'm gonna do this the
Nothing on that side.
beacon
Yeah,
as fast as I can, and then we'll get out of here before we catch anything nasty.
seems fine in the ballast tanks.
Good stuff. Alright, I need just a regular fuel rod.
Do you want me to prepare to set off then? Yeah. I'll go and stand in the thingy room for when you're good.
Alright, I've got a uranium fuel rod. I'm holding it in my hands. My bare uncovered hands.
We are slowly drifting upwards if you parked us down because of the current.
That's fine, I won't be long.
Any baddies inside?
Any what, sorry, Zeph?
Any baddies?
Nope, none I can see.
We're hanging in the current. Okay, let me just check the ballast tank again.
Okay, so I had parked it directly over the beacon,
Alright.
Yeah.
but it's quite a swim down.
Oh,
So I think
we are slowly sinking a bit now. Just out of interest, now since we have someone in chat that actually knows bits about this game. What is the difference between the blue and the sort of gold currents? Is there actually a difference there? And is it just the gold one that gets you the weird, you know, sort of orangey current?
Oh yeah, like it's yeah.
And is it just the orangey ones that gives you the power site, or is it either of them?
Or is it
Gold
neither?
one is heat
We were just
signature.
wrong.
Right, that's it. Okay, thank you. So we wondered
What was
that
it,
we weren't sure. Apparently it's heat signature.
What is a heat signature?
The
Means
orange
that the
one
ship has
compared to
been
the blue
passed
one.
by recently, I guess.
The orange one rather than the blue one is a heat signature.
Oh, what does that mean?
Alright, apparently there's a little spot amongst a lot of little blue things is the spore cloud, and that's what we need to watch out for.
Ah, I did see some little spots. Alright.
It's good to know these things. Thank you.
Oh, not again.
Uh-oh.
What again, Zeph? What have you done? Oh, the current's starting up again?
Oh, just more blunt force trauma.
Ah, right, okay. That's fine.
Ah, yes, the age-old cry. Not more blunt force trauma.
I thought Zeph was just saying not again because he was going to plummet the ship straight down and land it on top of you.
The spores only affect you if you're pumping water in. So if you're ascending, it does nothing. Oh, so we literally need if
So
there's
if
a
we're trying
cloud,
to
we
sink
just need to
through
make sure that we're ascending while going through it.
Yeah, so as long as we're not trying to
Land.
fight the current, then we should
Like
be
go
fine.
down.
Yeah.
In those currents. Okay.
Oh, I just realised I could have stolen the fire extinguisher from this place.
Oh, hang on. Oh, there's something behind us.
Uh-oh. Do you like the
No,
sound of that?
like below us. I think it's the one that you need to use the sonar, the thingamajig for. The beacon.
Yeah, that's what Tom's going to do. Oh,
what
there's
are
something
we
on top of us, Zeph. Is that Tom back in?
Holy sh!
What's happened, Zeph?
There's a creature inside.
Inside.
What kind?
Okay.
Do you need me to come help, or do you need me just to pilot away?
Okay, so I can't actually get in because it's sunk too low.
Alright, I'll turn off manual and go up then.
I think it's that.
Turn off autopilot so I can go up.
A lot of people are injured.
Oh shite! It's alive. I need help. I'm down.
Fuck's sake, Zeph.
I thought
Come
it
on.
was dead.
What is it? Did it say?
Zeph, you're not
It
dead, you're just stunned.
Pull us away from it because that thing is alive. Or was alive at least.
It says deceased. Shot
Okay,
to
now
death.
it does. Why am
Are
I?
you gonna go around healing people, Doc, while I
I
steer us
suppose I
away?
should. I'm more worried about the water trickling in from above.
Oh, don't worry about the water. We've got suits and everything around here.
Popsky,
Yes.
can you
trying to
come
heal-
over here and uncuff me because you handcuffed me?
Did I?
Guys, this is not the time.
I don't remember. I don't think I handcuffed
Keep
you.
it-
But I'm trying to heal
keep it-
Pedro, but
Keep it in the crew quarters.
every time I try and heal Pedro, he moves and I can't heal him.
Keep it in the crew quarters, guys.
And you just can you uncuff me then, Tom?
Yes. I will come and uncuff you in a second.
Sure.
Zeph.
Where are the handcuff keys?
You don't need to. Where is Zeph?
I'm literally hoping.
Fuck's sake, Zeph.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
There you go.
it's kind of on you, but
There you go. I'm still cuffed.
I have your handcuffs, so how can you still be cuffed?
Yeah, you picked up my handcuffs that I had on me probably, but I'm
Oh,
still
right,
cuffed.
okay. There you go.
There we go. That's the one.
also, I don't mean to alarm anyone, but there are several people bleeding out.
No,
Yeah, I know.
No, they're fine.
Not- You don't need to know. The doc crew needs to know.
Well, I've already done something with Pedro, so he should be better. With the bandages. There we go. Pedro's fine. Right, who else needs done?
Man the chain gun.
For fuck's sake.
Think on.
Can up. Stay.
See anything?
Right.
Yeah,
Can,
one
just
thing
bite
was already
ones.
killed. But you say man the chain gun.
Oh, she's fine.
We should literally not be moving when we have so much to do inside ship, I guess.
I'm trying to get us away from the current because it keeps flowing and moving. us around.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see the spore ones, by the way. So I.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Thank you. Right. Let's find who else needs treated. You said.
Well, whoever's crying out for it.
That was mostly just Pedro.
It's Pedro, I think.
How did you
Not
handcuff
seeing-
yourself, Zeph?
I have no idea. You probably handcuffed me while.
I
flicking
didn't have any
stuff.
handcuffs on me.
What?
I don't carry handcuffs with me.
I don't either.
Shelley's got a gunshot wound that probably needs seeing to because someone's shot her.
Probably me trying to kill the intruder that we had suddenly in our ship.
No, she's
You're
still
fine.
mostly healed.
What
She
are
just-
you? Let me go.
I'm trying to see who's the most injured. Fedor. That's not good.
That was me
apparently
shooting
we're
one
saying,
of the
chat
crawly
saw
things on
you
the top.
try to quickly equip your gun and use the wrong slot. So apparently
What?
chat saw you apparently handcuff yourself, Seth.
How do you? What do you do if you handcuffed yourself?
He tried to equip his gun and ended the wrong slot. How can how can chat see my toolbar?
I don't know.
Lies.
just-
They can only see
assuming.
your toolbar.
I think
They
they're
are
just-
liars. That's why.
Oh,
Bloody chat.
you need to go over your fear of chat, Tom.
It's not a fear. It is a disdain.
You might wanna put Pedro to his place because he's humping back and forth with a diving suit on again.
Is he stuck again?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's stuck again.
Oh, he's trying to fix a leak he can't get to. That's the problem.
Does it mean that someone needs to go outside again?
Sod it. Just ignore it for now.
Zeph's got a lot of special skills that means he can manage to handcuff himself in an accident.
I'm Houdini.
No.
He's
No,
reverse
no,
Houdini,
that's
he
not
can
true.
put handcuffs on
That's
himself.
not true. Houdini could have released himself from the handcuffs as well.
Yeah, the exact opposite of Houdini. Houdini's evil twin.
Oh, I need to get more stuff from it.
Have you checked that everyone is healthy?
Everyone I
Is
can
there-
see is healthy.
Actually, how does the do you have that health scanner? Yeah?
Yes, I do.
How does it work? Because I'm interested.
Oh, mud raptor again.
I remember my doctor training was just bandage this and give morphine. That's what all I've been doing.
Oh, there's alien brutes above us.
Oh, I saw something below us as well.
Alien what above
Yeah, I
us?
think there's a mud raptor trying to get. I think you killed it, mate.
Yeah, or it got scared off, but he was low health at least. Not sure if I hit the last shots I hit him or not. Oh, hang on, what the hell is that?
That was what?
This was something like on like our 10 or 11 o'clock.
A
It
rock,
looked like
probably.
like a brownish, yellowish
No, there was
kind
something
of like
incoming,
stalactite.
Zeph.
You know those
At
ones that you
9
see in
o'clock.
caverns?
Oh yeah,
Something coming 9 o'clock, Zeph.
we're about to dock, so you probably don't need to worry too much.
Is it
And it's
autopilot
real.
docking? Or are you doing it?
Hmm?
Are you doing it or is it autopilot docking?
No, I'm
Where?
doing it.
Where?
I'm just very good at it.
Lies. Lies. No one is good at docking.
Sure. Projection much? Sorry, that was a bit harsh.
Ah. I have a horrible feeling it's going to disconnect me. Oh no, maybe not.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Yes, disconnected.
God damn it.
We both
Anything-
disconnect again?
Yep.
Okay.
Seems like every time we go into any different screen, it'll disconnect as if.
Yeah, it's every time it loads in a new area, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, just let me know when you're back in the menu again.
I'm back in. Or should be in a second. It's connecting. Yes, I'm back in.
Okay, it's one of you,
That's Zeph.
and the other. It's Boogie. Luckily, it doesn't take too long. If it took more than like the 3 minutes, 2-3 minutes that it takes, I'd probably be quite annoyed.
Yeah. At least it's at least he says relatively fast to get back in, so it's not that annoying. It's just a case of having to tab out the game and hit rejoin.
Oh yeah, you don't even have to tap out of the game.
Oh, do you not?
Just get into the online server, and then you can see on the top right, you'll see people have the same game, and you just click Tom's and then join.
Alright, I just literally just tab to the Steam thing I've got directly behind us and just click rejoin
yeah.
Tom's game.
Oh yeah, it's also
Just as
possible. Yeah.
fast.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Alright.
Oh, there's a couple of bloodstains down here, Tom.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
Let's.
Whoa now, Fulgurium battery cell. We don't sell them. No sir.
No, I just found that while I was clearing out another box.
Ah, okay. I mean, it's, let's be honest, it's good as enough a place as any to put it.
Yeah.
Alright, let's have a look. Oh, can someone turn off the power plant?
I assumed they did.
Is it off?
I don't know.
Out.
I assumed someone else turned it off, that's why I was deconstructing some of these spare boxes we got.
It should be off now.
What do we get for it?
I mean,
Steel bar.
the green light will turn off the, like, sort of green glow that it has.
Like, all around the ship, you mean the green glow?
No, around the reactor.
Oh. Oh, full chain gun ammo here now. Okay.
Ah, these guys are also buying batteries for more. Interesting.
Well, that's a lot of batteries we can sell then.
Anything useful that they're selling? Oh, another couple UEX. Very tasty.
Alloy and let's.
No, they don't sell. I guess we need to visit like a mining station or something.
It's worse when you make them do reenact Flashdance, Cassie.
Yeah.
Very much the early days of us playing through this was us just spending the whole time, like, prancing around.
So that one's full.
I mean, I do kinda like the art style of this game.
Yeah.
There's a railgun shell at the bottom here, Zeph, if you're wanting to put that somewhere.
Where? At the bottom? All the way at the bottom.
At the bottom, next to the depth charge thing.
Oh, hang on. Yeah.
I was just getting rid of the boxes that we had, because we can just turn them into steel bars, so... We don't really need any more than the ones we've got, I don't think, so... Ow.
Okay. Guess we have one extra shell then. Not sure how that shell ended up all the way at the bottom.
I think it was one Tom bought from the guy before.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
I bought a whole 3 of them, I think. Or was it just 2? Manage crew. They've got wow, a lot of assistants. 2 mechanics and a doctor. No, thank you. What about you? Browse submarines. It's been a while since I actually had a look at the submarines.
But this one is full with chain gun ammo.
yeah, if we go into we can go into the editor mode and make some changes to the subs if we need to.
Yeah, I thought so.
But it's probably more hassle than it's worth for slight changes.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
What am I looking for? Things to sell.
The iron thing is nearly full.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah. Bloody hell.
As far as the medical stuff, if you want to sell some saline, you can. If you want to sell some ethanol, you can. Most of the others, I think, are just sort of... Yeah, not too bad. I mean, there's some lots of adrenaline if you want to sell that, or adrenaline glands.
What are you doing?
I'm just I meant for that to go into my inventory, not the box. I'm just selling a couple stacks of iron because. Oh, is that me?
Checking all these bags.
That's you.
Sorry. There you go. Right, so saline and ethanol.
Yeah, the top two corners. The medical box.
And probably some tool belts as well.
Oh yeah, you can sell some if you've got space. There's the metal cases up above. You've got like most of the things I've kept 6 tool belts in each, just in case we need them for anything. But if you go to the boxes where Zeph keeps all his stuff, there's like 24 tool belts you can take. If you want to take some for just
anything
throw apart.
in here?
No, I've checked them all. They're all empty.
We got a lot of them, eh?
Well, it's good. They're good for when we salvage stuff because we need at least 4 for salvaging. And we can just swap
Yeah,
in and
it's
out
true.
quite easily.
It's very true.
Can tool belts go into duffel bags?
Tool belts can go into duffel bags, yes. Apparently we can swap tool belts for organic fibre and then make bandages out of them, which I might do, actually, because I've got...
Might as well. You can
Yeah.
then make the better ones as well, can't you?
If you can buy some elastin, then yes.
Oh, do we not have any?
No,
Shh. Never managed to run out of that.
because I used all of it to make plasticine.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I'll
How do we
empty a
keep our
box
oxygen
of tool
tanks,
belts then.
I think they're undiscovered with an enormous amount.
Oh my god, how many diving masks do we need?
Why
are they
Basically, I just
all
wanted to have
half
one box for each of them, and then once that box got full, I'd sell or deconstruct anything else. So if you want to sell them, just sell them. I'll just, as I said, when we scrap things, I'll just refill them and then scrap everything above it.
I don't think you can sell them when they've got...
Yeah, it's if you have a duffel bag full of tool belts, will it just keep filling endlessly? That's the question I have. Because I know that sometimes if you have a tool belt in your duffel bag, it will fill that as well. Will it basically fill to stupid levels if you have a duffel bag full of tool belts?
Probably. Ah, and it might also auto-sort it as well.
What?
Maybe it would auto-sort it as well.
I mean, it would stack, but
Okay, so we got
Apparently,
about
if you-
220
Apparently,
fuel tank left.
if you fill a duffel bag full of tool belts, you get 120 slots of space,
It's quite a lot.
which is
I reckon-
quite a lot considering you usually get what 4 by 5 maybe, so that's 20.
Yeah.
so you literally need to like take a duffel bag with a couple tool belts with you to a rack, and then
Yeah.
you can just fill the
Basically,
whole thing
just
up.
take 2 duffel bags, both duffel bags full, all of which full with tool belts.
Question.
Yeah.
Question. We've got about 60 oxygen tanks down here
Yes.
in this storage container that I'm holding.
Yep.
We've apparently got 220 of them.
Yes, because
on the ship.
most of
Where are
the
the
little
rest?
storage boxes have at least 6 to 8 oxygen tanks, so
Oh,
in
the
case you need
supply
them.
ones, right?
Yeah.
So
That box is literally just the
Yeah.
overflow.
There's also oxygen tanks in diving masks. There's also
oh yeah,
oxygen
there's
tanks in
in plasma cutters as
plasma
well.
yeah, and
cutters.
the
Oh,
little
man.
racks below the diving things and everything. Yeah. So yeah, I will.
I mean, you could technically sell like half of it at least easily.
Yeah,
Then we
I will
still have
fill 2
plenty.
duffel bags with tool belts, so we can have that silly approach.
Alright, I've got most of a duffel bag of batteries and ethanol and
Do we
junk.
need headsets?
Probably not, honestly.
Probably not. There's
Because-
a bag of them if you want to.
Because those has also like batteries in it again.
Oh god.
I mean, it stacks up. Handheld sonars are quite useful.
Handheld sonar, there's a box of in the
I guess it
in the
depends
sort
how
of,
many of them you have as well.
A couple only.
Basically,
you've got-
most tools, apart from in the engine room, most tools will be in the basement next to the airlock.
The
So if
engine
you're
room
looking
is
for
where
stuff,
the
look
normal-
there, and
where
if
they're
it's not
normally
there,
kept.
it's in the. Yeah, if it's not in
The
that box, then it's
overflow
in
is
the.
downstairs in the cargo.
I'm looking at 67 welding fuel tanks as well. I mean, we could weld quite a lot.
Yeah. That's not including all the ones in the engine room either.
They're all empty. Good.
We've got 117 saline, apparently.
Saline?
Apparently, a
Yeah.
headset with battery in it goes for around 200-ish marks, or you can deconstruct them for the FPGA, plastic, zinc, and lithium. So it depends what
Alright,
you're looking for them for.
There you go. That's another 5 grand. I only sold about half the oxygen tanks. Yeah, 230 oxygen tanks on board currently.
Yeah.
Minus the 25 I just sold.
Oh, hang on. Underneath each of the diving suit, there's a box of 3.
Yep.
Ah! That'll be another
No, that's
what?
3, 6, 9, 12 upstairs. Like
Another
total of
3.
9 again.
Right.
12
Well,
plus 9.
That's 21 already. Then every single suit has one in it. We got two. Yeah,
So it's 4 times 7, which is 28.
right. That
Yeah.
there's.
Jesus. And there's spare diving suits lying all over the place as well.
Right. So we have basically 1.5 duffel bags full of tool belts for the next salvaging
We
mission
should
we go on.
find either a salvage or a deconstruction, a mining mission. And
Yeah,
develop as
Mining
much as
mission
we
would be nice, I think.
can. Yeah. Not
Because we
many
can use
missions.
From what I'm seeing now, it's the stuff that I'm using for the ammunition is steel, titanium alloy, and lead. For example,
Alright.
lead we have only like 19 or 18 of, so
Yeah.
that goes. And I use those for both the coil gun ammo boxes and the canisters for the bigger gun.
Alright, where
To refill
are
them.
we going then?
Why is there not a railgun shell over here?
Dunno.
Oh, was it before the reset that I put it upstairs? I think so.
Right. So that's
Yeah, I think it is.
just over. Just over halfway full of a. So, but actually, I might empty that one into there just to get another one.
No, apparently. Oh, that was the other shell that I found. Okay.
There you go. There's 1 3/5 full of tool belts as well. So any more tool belts we get, we can just put in this one.
I wish you could like create more storage space for like ammunition and such.
Well, we kind of created more space for other things. What do you mean, like the big ammunition boxes?
Yeah. Because then I know a couple places where you could literally plonk one extra down.
Yeah. I mean, I think when we did look at the bigger ship before, it did have some spots for storing extra ammo, but yeah.
Yeah, the problem is I think with the bigger the ship, the more annoying layout it has, because then you have a completely separate room for the
Right.
ammunition boxes.
Right, Zeph, just
all
before
with-
I forget, the one that's got Cuck Jack, the duffel bag, is the full one of tool belts, okay?
What?
The duffel bag, when you hover over it, that says Cuck Jack on it, in memory of Cuck Jack, who tragically died.
Yeah.
That's the one with all the tool belts in it.
Okay.
So if you're scanning across which one to take on the scrapping the thingy
So
mission.
this is the other one.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the half one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So there's one that will say it's full, but it's just full of tool belts.
Okay, and then this is like all empty ones.
According to our helpful chat, apparently the people just seem to choose a room and just leave all the ammo in that room.
People usually just choose a room and dump all the ammo on the floor. Yeah. I usually tend to do that as well.
I mean, the sleeping quarters hasn't really got anything used
I
for
guess-
because the plants don't want to grow. So
Yeah, I guess as long as it's a small room that not many people come regularly,
I mean, you
otherwise,
probably
like
could just use
as soon as
the
you crash, it's flying over across the room.
yeah, you probably could just use the room.
I believe the phrase "yeet" is appropriate here.
You probably could just use the room you've already got the railgun and stuff in. The railgun
Yeah,
shell racks, because
I'm using that room already.
yeah.
And the other rooms where the gun loaders are have the access boxes on the ground if there's no space in the shelves.
Yeah.
So that's already been taken care of.
Question:
Yes.
where do we want to go next? Because there's not many missions here. There's 2 missions. One leads to nowhere, and the other is a single hammerhead mission going back the way we came.
So we're at Tormsdale now?
No, we are
Let's have a look.
at Rama
Oh, there. Yeah, I see it.
Radamanthi's Linear Habitation Outpost. Oh my god, that's a mouthful.
That's a mouthful, yeah. Alright. Well, there's killing a hammerhead that way. There's Mudraptor nest that way. There's nothing else around.
There's Tormsdale, which we could visit, and there's Anid, which we can return to. But I'm kind of tempted to like push forward a bit further.
So you want to go to Tormsdale then?
Well,
if we go to Men in Linea, sorry, we could at least do the Mudraptor mission, and then we'll at least be exploring that way.
Yeah,
True.
but the Muskrat was right next to it, right?
And then go on to St. Musk.
Eventually,
sure.
yeah. Maybe for next week or something, because
farming does seem a bit weird.
I think if we go to main Leia and then do the Mudraptor nest quickly, because I guess it's in proximity of it, from what I can see.
Yeah.
Or doesn't that work like that?
Well,
Don't know.
Well, so far in this game we have tried planting several times, and every time we get a plant to grow, the ship somehow ends up full of water and we lose it. So
Usually we get a bit more out of it than we put into it, though. Not much.
not much.
Yeah, okay, let's go to Mehen and destroy that Mudraptor nest.
Alright.
Yeah, I think that's
you'll need to dig out your grenades, I think.
Oh, is it on the way with some currents again?
It's a 4-skull one.
Probably. No, I meant for the actual nest. Just
Oh,
toss
right,
a couple grenades in the nest and... Hey, and actually, a Mudraptor nest probably means there'll be a bit of the old elastin and stuff.
That's good. We can take
Don't
all
we
that.
have some elastin in the box in the engine room? The locker in the engine.
I don't think we do.
Maybe
I
I'm
think
thinking of fibers.
Elastin's one I would have taken out and used, I think.
Maybe I'm thinking of fibers for...
Oh, there's a box full of
fibers.
organic fiber, ballistic fiber, and rubber.
That'll be it.
Did we crash again?
I think it's crashed again.
Probably.
The game, yep, it's crashed again. The game just does not like us today. Let's Try again.
I mean, it doesn't often like us.
Yeah, join game.
Okay.
A blue bar indicating how much water is in it. Okay, I'll have to look for that. Once we've...
A what?
Apparently... Oh. Ah, I must have had caps lock on. Incorrect password? Weird. Let me try cancelling and rejoining. Maybe it's just been... weird. Maybe because I tried to join the wrong person. I'm sure I didn't. There we go. Being weird.
Alrighty. Once more into the breach.
Have you noticed a small blue bar on the plants to see how much it's been watered? Because I've never seen this.
Have you
Then again, I've not really done anything with planting, but
I've seen it, but only when I've been planting, and it's worked.
Okay.
Have you seen it, Zeph? Surely you've seen it, because
The
you did some
plants, no,
watering.
no, I never bothered checking it. Stupid
No.
shit.
I'm sure I asked you to water it at one point.
No, not that I know of.
You said you'd water it while I was on holiday.
Guess that's why they kept dying.
What is... It's doing it again where it keeps saying there's a medical emergency directly above my head, but I think it's just Pedro.
No, I
Yeah,
think
it's just Pedro.
I think it's buggered. Oh, someone's fighting a fire. What? Where is Pedro?
Pedro just
Pedro's
passed
here.
me on the staircase.
Where? Which way?
Going
Where's
down.
down.
You
Fight a
passed
fire.
him. There he is. Ow.
Oh,
Where's the fire, Pedro?
well, he's down there.
Okay, I'm sure it's fine.
Why is he saying your guess is as good as mine?
Because someone else was talking to him. Yeah, Kenna was talking.
Ah, right, okay.
What is a starboard anyway?
A starboard is a dartboard covered in stars and glitter.
I think they sort of guessed that it was like upwards because towards the stars. Also, if it's a reference to the fact that this is a 2D game, so they don't have port and starboard. Cheeky reference. Uh oh.
Are you flying?
I think
current?
I think we just sank through a cloud of spores. Someone check that.
Checking.
I'll leave.
Oh,
Checking.
can you hang on? I need to put on because
Breathing
it's
mask.
quite full. Okay.
While you
Is
deal
that
with
it?
that, I'm going to very quickly go grab myself some more iron brew before we get on to Mud Raptors. Back in a minute.
And looks like we're safe.
Cool. Yeah, it'd be
At
pretty
least this one. So I'm not sure about the small one at the front. That's always closed.
small one at the front.
Yeah,
Oh,
the one from the
one
sub.
in the drone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about that one. I don't think it's actually activated by. Is that moving? Yeah, that ice spire is moving.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, chain gun.
Yeah, running.
I'm not sure exactly where. Meow indeed. Meow indeed.
I'm not seeing a meow in screen.
What? I heard it. It's loud, kitty.
Loud kitty.
There's two,
Oh, there's something
there's
on the
two-
bottom of our hull.
Yeah, there's
It's
one
in our airlock almost.
one mod raptor there. There's also one like sort of directly behind us, chasing us at about the same.
Oh yeah, I see it. What about if you go into full brake? Would you then crush
we've
it
been
with your
told by chat we've gone
propeller?
through a ballast fauna. Largely.
There's one inside the ballast. It's almost inside one of the. Oh, there we go.
Did you get him?
Got a couple here. Oh, there we go. There's another one. Oh, damn it.
Oh, we got a hull breach in the rear ballast.
Yeah, I know, because that's literally where they are, but I cannot shoot them if they're moving this quickly.
Well, seem to be left.
They seem
I've
to
been
both
left
be
behind
dead.
here. Yep.
They're both dead. Puck,
You-
can you grab a welding gun and fix the rear ballast?
Yes,
Please.
I can.
Thank you.
Now I'm back, I can do that.
Are you meant to say, like, please and thank you when you're on a submarine? Because I remember being told off for saying please and thank you when I was, I think.
Oh, there's a hull breach in the engine room.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Like it on the sensors.
One second, diver. The cat's trying to steal the hairband on my desk.
As per normal then.
Yeah,
Nothing's
yeah.
changed.
There we go, look. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. You want it?
You want it?
Ready?
Go
Ready?
fetch it.
Ready? He heard it ping away from him and he's just not sure where it went, so he's just going to stand and stare after it. I've repaired the small hole that was in here. Repairing another
Oh, yeah,
small
down there
hole that's
already.
in here.
Oh. Alright.
Jeff, are you still about?
I'm here.
Can you just double check this pump for me? Make sure you don't see anything abnormal. No, that's fine. It's not there. That should be the hole fixed. Does it still leak? It says there's a leak.
Nope.
Good.
Should be good. Alright, do you want to come with me? Bring a grenade or two. I'll take the harpoon gun. We can go do some fighting. I'm also going to bring a duffel bag.
Well, do you want to bring the cockjack duffel bag?
What kind of grenades are you using?
I'll just... it doesn't really matter, because it turns out mud raptor and eggs are quite weak to explosions. No, I've just brought any old duffel bag just so I could do a bit of mining. If
Those
applicable.
grenades.
Oh!
If you've got one, I'll take one as well then.
You don't take one, because then you'll be faster.
I see.
Because you'll be able to use your scooter.
Zeph, do you need some grenades I can take with me, or do you want to come as well?
No, I'll stay behind, but I need to check where the throwable ones are.
We could just take the grenade launcher. I mean, it's not that bad, right?
I mean, you could do that.
Yeah, you could do
Is
that.
there a grenade launcher? Yeah, take that one. Let's see, what do we have for sweet stuff for you?
Hey, here, come on.
You can
Come on.
take two of
Come on.
those.
Hey.
What the... That's not good, whatever that is. Is it a jellyfish?
Are you being hunted by a jellyfish?
No. Something's draining my oxygen, and also there's a bunch of baddies.
Hey, where are you?
Ow!
Okay. Can you pick this one up? Drop them on the floor now.
I could
Yeah.
if Kenna wasn't standing on top of it. Go.
There you go. That should be.
I'm bleeding. It
Oh, I'm away.
hurts.
Oh, you're actually bleeding. Can you actually get back into the ship is the question.
Probably.
Because we are
Wrong way.
other way.
Fix me up.
Emergency
Where are you?
underwater
Here.
bandaging.
Let's just get out of the way of the ship, just in case it decides to crush us.
There you go.
Hello?
Yes, you should be healing. Are you healing?
No.
That's because you've got blood loss. Where's the blood loss? There it is. Where's the bleeding?
You want to possibly do the thing on Pedro again because he's being a dumbass.
A spine thing. Spineling. Spinelings have nothing.
I'll
Yeah,
stick with this
spinelings have
gun.
nothing.
I can't see very much, so I'm kind of relying on you a bit here to... Oh! That looks bad.
What
That
looks
does
bad?
look bad.
There's like a green gas cloud, and as we all know, in video games, green gas clouds are bad. Want to go left or right first? Let's go right.
No, you've taken the last hairband. There's none left there now.
I need a light, mate.
Where are you?
Here.
Ah, you are there. That's fine.
Yeah, I can't see spit. It's very dark.
There's more gas that way.
Anything? Wait a second. Am I a dum-dum? I am a dum-dum.
Why?
Because I can put my torch on my head.
I can't see for the cat.
No, you cannot. If you do that, it will de-equip your diving suit, I believe.
No.
Well, if he goes
Okay.
pop, then we'll know he's de-equipped his diving suit.
That's not good. Uh-oh.
What?
What?
Help.
What are you doing?
Ow. I'm dying. There's you might want to watch your oxygen, mate. There's also mud raptors. Can you see it?
Yep, I just blew it up.
Okay, you also blew us up. That's good. But you got the monster. Please help. And get out of the gas, for the love of God.
What's up here? You've got deep tissue wounds, bite wounds.
Yeah, bite wounds are from the beastie. The deep tissue wounds are from you. But hey, it was very effective.
It was.
He won't be bothering us again.
Hopefully not.
Oh wow, that's a big list of medical emergencies. No, I just saw the screen from Popsky. A lot of body parts like glowing orange or red.
Can you not? Can you not? Because you're in the way.
Oh god. When you're trying to navigate. Oh, wait, I dropped the bag. Shit. Okay.
Oh no.
There we go.
Oh no, not the bag. Did you find it?
Yeah.
Jeez. Why did you take a full bag with full? Is it a full, completely
No,
full
it's
one?
just the.
No, it's
no
empty.
more.
It's empty. It's just.
Oh, it's just a standard tool, knuckle bag.
Oh, come on. Uh-oh. God, these branches are the worst. There's like these tree branches down here that are really hard to go through.
The cat is currently behind my monitor.
It's
I'm
not
panicking.
this way.
So if my PC switches itself off randomly, I apologise to
We know why.
everyone. I will be back, but the cat might have taken my PC down.
Where is this bloody thing?
I can just see this tail behind my monitor. Oh no.
Silly.
Oh dear.
I still can't see very well, so if
Yeah, I
you
know.
could...
I had to swap my oxygen tanks over. God, don't stand up there. Oh no.
This way, maybe? No?
If there is a sudden loud noise, it's the sound of the cat taking out Meow's PC.
Oh, that's
I hope he
alright.
doesn't.
Ah!
It's the sound of silence.
The sound of
Oh,
silence.
Mud Raptor.
Uh-oh.
Where is he? Just don't stand next to him and you'll be fine. Oh, there he is.
Oh. Yuck. What are they?
Mud Raptors, apparently.
Baby ones. Oh, and an adult. Yeah, the babies don't have any. Babies don't have any loot on them.
Oh, well. What have we got here then? Elastin plant.
Loot.
We need the elastin.
Some opium poppy as well.
Sorry.
Sorry,
Just
aquatic
don't.
poppy.
Oh god.
Legally distinct.
Oh god.
What?
You know when you hear a cat stand on a power button?
Uh-oh. Really? Oh dear.
Have you just turned Mary's PC off, Lothar? Oh dear.
Maybe.
I will need to check this in a minute. He may have restarted and or turned off Mary's PC. Give me a second.
Ruh-roh.
Oh. And was this Loud Kitty or the other one?
Yes, he has restarted Mary's PC.
Uh-oh. What a naughty kitty.
It's either in the middle of restarting or in the middle of turning off. I don't actually know which one it is. It's one or the other.
Well, probably not. I presume restarting. Because if it's literally a switch on an extension cord,
No,
completely
no,
cutting the power would
it was
just
standing
turn
on
it
top
off.
He was standing on top of a tower.
Oh.
Because he went behind my PC, and
Yeah.
the only other way out, apart from dropping down and going under the table, is to go round there, which goes across Meow's PC. So he stood on top of that, and I heard the sound of a power button being pressed. So
Well, is it
yes, he has restarted Meow's PC.
Oh, okay, that way. So it was literally the power button on the...
On the top of the PC.
Ah. Not the ideal location of a power button
No.
when you have cats then.
I mean, it's not as bad as Jenny who had the access to the fan on the top of hers. And had
Oh.
and you're just like watching every time she put a glass of something next to it, you're just watching going, oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, Steve.
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh no, 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 no.
Okay, that's actually also a phrase from a cat.
Right, how much of stuff have you got, Tom?
Potassium and sodium here.
Oh, cool. Well, I've just got some sea shrooms and some elastin.
Here. Put them in this bag that I've just dropped.
Okay, I'll put them in a second once I take this last one away.
It's right where I am now.
One more.
Well, I'm not there anymore, but... Oh wow, that's a lot of poppies.
Are you over there?
No, it's where I was, not where I am
Yeah, I
now.
see it now. Elastin, fiber, yeast, chocolate. Did you find? bandage. Ready? Ready? Okay. Off he goes.
Where have you gone?
I went out the side here.
Oh, I
there's
see
a
you,
small
yeah.
pile here.
Went up.
Yeah. A small pile of fibre plants here, so I went in to get that. Hey, cheers for the raid, Wyvern. Welcome, maters. How you doing?
Raiders.
How was your stream?
Pirates.
Pirates?
Get 'em.
There's
Get
no
'em.
place for pirates here. But yes, let me just do a very quick shout out for Wyvern because they are awesome and you should also go check them out. Spell the name right.
Do you think Wyvern and Dragon ever fight over who's the best mythical lizard?
Who's the best what?
Mythical lizard.
Mythical visitor.
Lizard.
Oh, visit.
Lizard.
Oh, lizard.
Yeah.
I thought you said mythical visitor. That's a proper debate question right there, Tom.
No. The proper debate question is, do you think Dragon and Wyvern ever fight over who is the best mythical lizard?
I don't think they fight. I think they could live in complete contentment with each other. For Dragon still doesn't really do streams yet, so I think they are both very much content in what they are.
I've had a look down there. Do you want to have a quick once over just in case I've missed anything?
Yep, I'm just putting these stuff in here.
Okay.
So what were you playing tonight, Wyvern? As I follow my tongue up. What were you playing tonight, Wyvern? Oh, my oxygen's running out again. There we go.
Seems to work quite well.
Why is it bonging when I just put an oxygen tank over?
Bringing a duffel bag seems to work quite well.
Hollow Knight, fantastic. It is the game I do want to get round to at some point. Helping small insect friends deal with their fear of Fanta.
What?
Hollow Knight. Have you not played Hollow Knight, Tom?
No, but also Fanta?
All the creatures have this like weird bright orange blood.
Oh, I see.
So when we were watching Sam play through it, I kept commenting that it was helping small insects deal with their fear of Fanta. You down there? Right.
God, these branches are so annoying.
They are. It's kind of nice and spooky though.
Yeah. Oh, this is where you fixed me up the first time. I think. So it's probably this way.
You the bonging there, was it me?
Both. Oh my god, why? Oh my god, this is horrible. This is just awful.
Find your way through?
No, I'm stuck.
Where are you? This way, Tom.
These branches are the worst!
Yeah, Pedro's busy again.
Up this way, Tom.
Sure.
Yeah, you just stopped.
I thought it was for a second, yes. Yes, it is. It's just I need to get round that lump that's there.
No, I was saying, are you sure to... Oh. God, having to fight your way through these
That's fine,
branches.
Wyvern. I hope you have a great lunch, and hopefully we'll give
Having
her
to fight your way
soon.
through these branches
take care.
while your oxygen is leaking is very stressful.
It's out here, I'm sure. Oh, what's this? What's this?
Do you want to swap? You take the bag and I'll have a look around.
Sure.
There it is. You got it?
Yep.
Okay. Not
I
there.
think it's this way.
Might be up here. But I'm not... No. Oh, maybe. No, definitely not. Ah! Get
Oh,
off me, you stupid branches.
Pedro.
I
What's
might
Pedro
actually
done
die of
now?
oxygen deprivation down here, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I had
I'm almost out of oxygen
I had
tanks.
8 oxygen tanks I'm going to start with, and I only have 1 left.
I'm on my
Pedro
last.
again.
I think this is it.
Oh, he's trying to. No, Pedro is just trying to fix mechanical
Oh,
stuff.
It is. This is the way.
Why is he doing this?
Hey, he probably can't access something, and it's driving his little tiny AI brain
the
mad.
tiny AI brain.
Apparently.
I'm in there. Now we'll take this
Cool.
bag over to the
Deconstructor.
deconstructor. Be ready to Jesus Christ. Be ready to deconstruct it once we get to the other side of the land.
Alright, I'm taking us away.
Oh, we're back in the ship?
Mhm.
Okay.
Are you on the ship?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, good. I was worried for a second there. Good, we got some elastin, we got some stuff to make potassium.
Yep.
Good trip.
As soon as we get back to the base, I'll probably gonna head off.
Fair
That's
enough.
fine, Jeff.
Uh-oh. There's
What?
something following us.
That's what following?
Downside?
7 o'clock. Chain gun time.
On it. It's a
It's
big.
quite big and it's gaining on us.
You mean it was gaining on us?
I think it's dead now. Yep, they're very dead.
It was one of those creatures that. Yeah, it's a bit difficult to describe, I guess.
The snake-like ones, or
Kind of, yeah.
What was that? I used 3 grenades on that last run. That seemed to kill pretty
Yeah.
much most of them, so.
oh, we've arrived.
Yeah,
Now
I got. There was an explosive crate downstairs with only 2 UAX in it.
Yeah, that'll probably be because they get divided up as to what kind of material they are when they get delivered.
Which way? Sorry, which way do we go? We need to set off to save.
Oh, right, okay.
St. Musk or Tornsdale? Do you reckon?
Not Kimju?
St.
That's
No.
Oh, you
abandoned.
cannot.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah,
could say
St.
by
Musk
my.
probably, yeah.
Let's go St. Musk. We can do that beacon on the way, and
Yeah.
hopefully that'll kickstart some human activity in the region. Right, and now it's saved. Good.
Or are we going to get into the other half before it crashes? That's the next question.
Maybe. Maybe not. The answer is maybe.
Maybe. Meh, 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 meh. All this cat does is purr at me now. I have a feeling I've probably DC'd. Oh no, actually no, the little hourglass is still there. That might be a goose. Oh no, it's gone now. Oh dear.
Ah well.
Did we DC again?
I don't know. Yeah, I did.
Yep, you've DC'd.
Okay.
Alright, well, okay.
We're safe now, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. In that case.
So next time it will be a case of do that beacon, arrive at St. Musk, and then debate. where to go from there, I guess.
You
Yep.
wanted just to call it there, Tom?
Yeah, probably.
All right, no problem. Then I will just
With
cancel
only
that.
two, it's quite difficult when there's only two of us.
Yes, it is.